Good day. Today, Team 5 will be discussing over non-military drones, and we'll discuss more about it in our presentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Alejandro Loya, and today I'm going to be talking about the history of drones. To begin, we have the development of the first RC plane in the 1960s, and this gave us the very first sort of civilian drone. Second, we have the FAA issuing their first commercial drone license, and this was also very important because it gave us regulation and a monitoring of the drones that are available, that are actually in the air at the moment. Third, we have the integration of smartphone and RC technology. Up until this point, drones were piloted with their very own remote control, but with this development, people could pilot drones using nothing but their smartphones. Lastly, and most importantly, we have the very first drone delivery in 2016. This was done by Amazon, and it was especially important because we see drones entering the commercial space. Now I'm going to be talking about drones as information systems based on their purpose. Depending on the field that a drone will be used in, will largely impact the features needed for it. To illustrate this, we have a graphic, and as you can see, drones used in the civilian or commercial space are going to look very different from those used in the military space. Civilians are mostly doing things such as photography or videography, while the military is doing large reconnaissance missions, so they are going to need much larger drone shapes and designed more in the traditional plane shape, while civilians are going to need drones that are smaller, lighter, and are more adequately built for hovering so that they can get aerial shots or navigate smaller, tighter spaces.
The drones manufactured these days are becoming smarter by integrating open source technology, smart sensors, better integration, more flight time, tracking down criminals, and detecting forests and other disaster areas. Drones are used for more than recreational purposes. In fact, they can be found improving the efficiency and safety of almost every industry imaginable, from wildlife conservation to medical supply delivery. They are used today by advanced technology, agriculture, and search and rescue. Some of the more common agricultural applications for drones include pest control, plant health monitoring, livestock management, soil analysis, and aerial survey. One of the best examples to illustrate successful drone usage in agriculture is plant health monitoring. Drones have also been suggested to assist police personnel in locating and responding to emergencies, conducting surveillance, assisting search and rescue operations, particularly also during inclement weather or treacherous terrain, traffic monitoring, and nuclear, biological, and chemical sensing and tracking. They also have facial recognition and license plates detection. The importance of modern-day drones in agriculture is for more monitoring and observing better crop quality and preventing fields from any sort of damage. Some of the largest industry leaders are listed below for their photography and surveillance assistance, such as surveillance drones, DJI, 3D robotics, Sensify, aerial imaging solutions, and Dragonfly. The world's largest commercial drone maker is DJI.
The business of drones is a very diverse market, and it can be used in very interesting ways. My first point, photography. Photography is used to collect creative images and videos which can be used for marketing and ceremonial purposes such as advertisement, wedding videos, and much more. Ambulance drones are used to deliver medicine and medical equipment such as defibrillators, or known as AEDs. The drones track emergency mobile calls and navigate via GPS to report to an emergency site. The window cleaning industry has changed with the use of drones. Drones are now able to safely clean windows on sky-rise buildings equipped with the supplies like brushes. It has made window cleaning much safer by reducing the risk of humans doing so and risking their lives. Mapping is a very interesting use of drones. It has given architects and construction workers the ability to analyze a work site very cost-effective and safely, reviewing their work sites in detail, giving them the ability to create and design projects. With Amazon's FAA approval, it has changed the way they do business by delivering packages to nearby houses or facilities in a quick and safe manner. Businesses use drones to spy on competitors and get insight on what they are doing. Using this method, they are able to do it secretive and takes away the risk of being caught and get the information they need. This business is called competitive surveillance. The business of drones altogether is still growing, and we are in store for what it has to offer in the future.
Hello, my name is Brenda. I will be discussing the analytics about drones. By looking at drones today, we can determine that the growth rate of drones is by 8.1%, but later on will increase to 12.2% in North America. Of course, there are other percent. I do not need to say much for them. By looking at the other graph below that, we can determine that the price and the production of drones will be increasing significantly by 7.8%. By looking at our current year, we can determine that we are spending about $3.6 billion to produce drones, and will later on produce more, which will increase our cost. But that is not the problem, since will be using drones in more ways than we know, whether it's commercials or industries. But before then, we also have to consist of having a FFA permit if a person desires to drive a drone or use one for anything else besides simple use of driving it, using it for kids, or just simply in the backyard. But normally, consisting of gaining a FFA permit consists of spending 6 to 9 months of learning about the drones, and then later on paying a certain amount of money to gain the ability to take their test. So it's not something that is impossible, but it's something that will take time and cost. In the other slide, I consist of 2 other graphs. One is the commercial drones and how they will increase in production and cost, but it will be for a better use since they will be used more for either movies, commercials, or even other industries. While on the other graphs, I do consist of the prediction value of drones for industries, such as agriculture, transport, security, entertainment and media, insurance, telephones, and even mining. And some even that I haven't added on, such as salesman and delivery man.
Drones are able to go out and collect data and deposit that data in the cloud. So drone operators are able to view data from places previously difficult to access by other means. They're able to communicate with other drones as well for reasons such as organizing flight patterns and covering different areas. When they've collected this data, it is then processed and stored where the operator gathers their information and can then utilize it. Drones are even able to process the information they've collected so far, while still flying and gathering even more data. Some drones even have the ability to do computing built into the drone, which allows for the processing of data while the drone is still out in the field. With 5G technology advancing, drones are going to be able to instantaneously communicate with drone operators, which allows them to have real-time imaging and data as to make for better and more proper decisions when they're out in the field. Some pros and cons of drones and drone technology include drones being incredibly versatile in the amount of fields that they are able to benefit. Drones can provide security which is unmanned, which can help reduce costs and also help notify organizations more quickly. They are also very precise and can be configured with GPS to go to specific locations. They can also help minimize danger. Being unmanned, drones can replace certain workers from dangers of weather, radiation, elevation, and more. Cons include drones being susceptible to hacking and malfunctions, lowering the reliability of this technology. They also cannot work in all weather conditions, as not all drones are capable of working in the same conditions as other drones. Some drones aren't as advanced and have slow data transfer speeds and processing. Finally, people are concerned about the privacy issue that drones bring to the table, being drones can be utilized to spy on others, invading their privacy without them even being aware of it.